All right, so here's how we're gonna start off the stream, ladies and gentlemen. You know Ubisoft, world renowned. About some of our favorite games in the early 2010s, in the 90s, and the early 2000s. Fresh off the heels of the announcement of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, which is a remake of the beloved pirate game. Unfortunately, we got some bad news. See, here's the thing about Ubisoft for those unfamiliar. Anytime Ubisoft takes one step forward, they gotta take 100 million steps back. In today's article, we're starting off with Assassin's Creed Hex, the next major entry in the series, which is supposed to be like some witchcraft game. It lost 50 developers, but the game is still targeting a 2027 release date. Approximately 50 developers working on Assassin's Creed Hex have been taken off the project as the new Assassin's Creed leadership team makes changes. The decision to scale back 50 developers on Assassin's Creed Hex came last week, just a couple of days after the announcement that an unannounced project named Altera had also been canceled. This is very disappointing to hear, especially because for those who don't keep up with the gaming news, last year, Chinese conglomerate investment group Tencent bought out Ubisoft for like, what was it, like $1.5–2 billion or whatever. These people are not broke. They just got a fresh investment fund, and ever since then they've been restructuring the company and just laying off. That's to be expected. There's gonna be like some level of layoffs, but like I didn't expect this goddamn many. Like Jesus Christ, especially because this is supposed to be the next big game in their series. It's understood that around 50 developers have been moved from Hex to Ubisoft's Interproject team, which is a home for developers who are not assigned a project at Ubisoft. So Ubisoft's higher ups, their plan was, hey, you know that game, probably the next big game we're looking to release, we're gonna take you off that project and put you in developer purgatory. So they didn't get fired, they just got removed off the project, and now they're just sitting at the studio twiddling their fucking thumbs. According to sources familiar with the matter, members of the Interproject team are required to secure a project at Ubisoft within a 3-month period, or they could face redundancy. So they said, hey, you know that game we're working on? You're done working on that. You're gonna go into developer purgatory and you better pitch something new, bitch. As first mentioned by ex-Jonathan Gene Gunson, who began overseeing the Assassin's Creed franchise earlier this year, has decided to remove the cat companion feature from Assassin's Creed Hex. Instead, the game will take a more grounded approach to witchcraft, with the game's protagonist understanding the science of chemicals, etc. For instance, she knows how to make a smoke bomb, which no ordinary citizen makes, and makes it like she can disappear. At the time of the writing, Assassin's Creed Hex is penciled in for a June 2027 release, but sources speculate that the recent decision to scale back by 50 developers, an attempt to stay under budget and potentially delay the game to holiday 2027. Yeah, 50 developers is a lot, especially on a game like a franchise like Assassin's Creed, which has these big sprawling open worlds. It's a lot of moving pieces, and since they reduced the team, and also it seems like they reduced the project in terms of what you can expect. Originally, it was supposed to be a witchcraft game, but I guess it's supposed to be pseudo witchcraft. Basically, people believe you're doing it, which they touched on it right here a little bit, but I think I had another article on that. Yeah, okay, so here's another one too. I'm sorry, but what does Assassin's Creed have to do with witchcraft? To be fair, what does Assassin's Creed have to do with Vikings? What does that have to do with pirates? But y'all love that shit. What up, DSLay? Fresh leaks point to a major change for the upcoming witchcraft-themed Assassin's Creed Hex and an expectation for Assassin's Creed 1 remake. I think at this point, because, yeah, Samurais, I think at this point, they're just trying to find interesting and new ways to keep the Assassin's Creed franchise relevant, because Assassin's Creed is popular because it's just as much of a timepiece type of game as it is an Assassin's game. So they're probably like just sitting around in the boardroom thinking of interesting timepieces that they could do. And probably the Salem witch trials came up. They should do a Civil War one, but I don't know why they won't. Shout out to QP, the producer, with the sub, appreciate it. And shout out to Moist with the sub, appreciate it. With Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync now fully revealed by Ubisoft, attention is turned to what's going on elsewhere with the franchise. Over the weekend, a reliable Assassin's Creed insider Jonathan detailed further behind-the-scenes changes for Hex, following confirmation of another top developer leaving the project. As reported yesterday, Hex's game director, Benoit Richard, recently departed the game and Ubisoft itself for reasons unknown. His loss comes swiftly after the exit of Clint Hocking, Hex's creative director. So this game has lost major producers, major directors, a lot of red flags. Not random developers, but people who are overseeing the project, man. Following a major internal reshuffle at the top of the franchise, they saw Ubisoft's veteran Gene Gutson ascend to become Assassin's Creed head of content. Gutson is now also serving as Hex creative director. Now, in a post on social media, Jonathan has claimed that Hex has gone through changes since Gutson's promotion, including a decision by him to get rid of everything that was magical in Hex, said Jonathan. For example, we're supposed to control a cat. Well, ultimately, that's been canceled. So like, you're able to take control of like maybe NPCs, including animals and like humans, because you were an actual magic wielder who happens to use their abilities like good for the assassins. But he's saying, nah, they got rid of that shit. Assassin's Creed has frequently dabbled in sci-fi or magical elements. Indeed, its core conceit relies on the ability to access memory stored in DNA and wield special powers left over from the bloodline of an ancient previous civilization, but the extent to which is included more dramatic superpower elements has waxed and waned over time. For instance, compared to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where you essentially level up protagonist Cassandra into a demigod, and the more recent Assassin's Creed Mirage, the stripped back smaller scale adventure that feels far more grounded level. That game was not fucking grounded, and I really wish people would stop saying that. It was smaller in scale in terms of the city and the story, but it was not grounded. Assassin's Creed Fat Ass Bassam, he has one of the most broken moves in the game where he can literally teleport and take out like 20 people at once. Cassandra couldn't do that. And she was fucking immortal. Like, what are we talking about, man? Assassin's Creed Headache. I hate that game. While little has been officially confirmed for Assassin's Creed Hex's focus, what we do know has been pointed out to be an entry focus on the 17th century era of the witch trials in Central Europe. Some expectation of witchcrafty magical powers had deemed likely and then befitting in setting. Presumably, characters with witchcraft-like powers will be explained in the same way other abilities throughout the series have been, via the use of special artifacts, bloodline-related abilities such as the Eagle Vision, or simply something the series hand waves as possible. I mean, at this point, they can do whatever. There doesn't have to be an explanation. Like earlier, somebody was like, what does witchcraft have to do with Assassin's Creed? What are you guys talking about, guys? In one Assassin's Creed, we fought a big-ass alligator, Sobak in Origins, and in Odyssey you fought the Minotaur. Like, what are y'all talking about? This shit been magical. This shit been not made sense. Yo, shout out to Jay Fury. What was it in Origins? You met Final Fantasy characters and shit. Yeah, you fought Medusa. Oh my god. And indeed, controlling animals has been possible for a while, ever since Assassin's Creed Origins introduced the ability to warg in your Eagle drone, a feature that returned in Odyssey and Valhalla. There are numerous reasons why Assassin's Creed could explain the ability to control the cat, but then it sounds like it won't be possible. Finally, in another leak, Jonathan stated that Ubisoft was working on an Assassin's Creed 1 remake, or had been for a couple of years, with no word it's been canned since in the years since. A remake of the original Assassin's Creed is not a surprise, seeing as Ubisoft previously confirmed it had multiple remakes. In the positive response to the similar AC1-esque Mirage, AC1 now also the most dated of the Assassin's Creed games, and even if it's backwards compatible to Xbox 360, blah, 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 blah. So all I'm getting out of this article is Ubisoft has gotten a new injection of cash flow from Tencent, and what are they doing with that? The same shit as they were doing before, just helping them fail, man. More Assassin's Creed, more collecting feathers, more eagle dives and shit, leaps of faith. I agree, let video games be video games. Not every game has to be realistic, as long as it's fun. Like, I get why people didn't like Odyssey, but like, to me, it was just a fun game. The same reason why I get why people like Black Flag. I wasn't a big fan of it, but it is a fun game. At this point, they should just be focused on making a fun game, I guess, yeah, to get some level of sales. Because even with Assassin's Creed Japan, Shadow, it was very monotonous, very repetitive, just too much content, when they should just focus on making a more concise experience, in my opinion. Yo, shout out to Black Guy with the sub, appreciate it, and Radio with the 85 months as well. This is why Ubisoft is going under. Unfortunately, the Division 3 and the Prince of Persia are right there. Well, Prince of Persia got canceled. Division 3, I don't think that's coming anytime soon, but hey, there is a free-to-play version coming to iOS and Android. Well, this article already touched on the Assassin's 1 remake, so I guess we don't have to go over that. So let me ask y'all this, though. Do y'all want an Assassin's Creed 1 remake? I know I don't. I'm good off that. Like, did you finish Shadows?
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
I wouldn't mind it, but not at full price. I'd rather Ubisoft make something new and get people excited, man. But it is what it is. It's supposedly a thing. It could. Don't be surprised if they resurrect it. Basically, he's saying it got lost to time, but don't be surprised if, because you know they tight on cash, they might just fuck around and do it, man. But yeah, that's your Ubisoft update. Your South Korean update when it comes to Crimson Desert. South Korean's prime minister praises Crimson Desert and Pearl Abyss, believes it has opened a new chapter in what they're referring to as K content. Crimson Desert has proven a smash hit since its launch last month, quickly shooting past 4 million worldwide sales roughly 2 weeks after its release, and it has proven so fruitful that the Prime Minister of South Korea has heaped praise for the game in recent days. Prime Minister Kim Mi-suk, posting on his personal social media account, said that the game had opened a new chapter in K content. He also added that the game was a crucial turning point for the national games industry and that the South Korean games industry can leap forward across diverse platforms, including consoles. In terms of the specific praise of the game itself, Kim pointed to the in-house technology used to create the game as opposed to using a game engine from a Western company. He said, "We don't need none of that bullshit. We got our shit over here." He also mentioned the game's inclusion of South Korean food and Taekwondo. That's fair. That's fair. I do think the engine that Crimson Desert runs on, I give him that. It's impressive. It's impressive. It's impressive, I mean. And then, like I said, the cultural things they're including. Crimson Desert stands as a recent example of domestic South Korean games doing well internationally. Liza P was an explosive success for NeoWiz as the company shifted. I forgot that is Korean. They should be clouting Liza P up. On top of that, Stellar Blade arguably led the charge in the rise of South Korean's game development, with the CEO earning a Medal of Honor from the government. Crimson Desert itself has proven its merit post-launch. It has received multiple patches full of quality of life improvements and even adjustments to boss's difficulty. I find it so interesting that like other countries, the way that they celebrate their games, I can't help but notice they do bring up sales a little bit, but like there's more of a focus on the cultural aspect. Like the Prime Minister of South Korea is saying, what I love about this game is they didn't use the Unreal Engine 5. They didn't use the Unity engine, or they didn't use any other Western engine. We did some in-house shit. That's what he's praising. And then the use of Taekwondo and like Korean food inside of the game, bro. That I find it interesting that that's what he praises versus like over here stateside. Let's look at the books. How much did it sell? How many microtransactions? I think that's a good thing because I think it'll inspire other Korean developers to continue to push the art form forward. And you know, me as a gamer, I'm not hating. A W is a W. If they eating over there, we eating over here, because you know that shit gonna be ported over here, so I welcome it. In the United States, we praise the fact that we think we praise what we think they cause violence. Yo, shout out to Hint of the Knowledge with the sub, appreciate it. We wouldn't do that unless it was some propaganda or unless it made money. That's what I'm saying. The only thing they care about over here is fucking money. Hit the like button if y'all watching. Shout out to Crimson Desert, man. Speaking of knocking heads off, EA Sports UFC 6 announced for the PS5 and the Xbox Series. Digital pre-orders are now available. Standard edition is $70, Ultimate is $100. There will be an expansion pass and a VIP pass with fighter skins and cosmetics. Is there a trailer for this shit? Ain't no trailer. Oh, here's an overview of the game from EA. EA Sports UFC 6 is powered by fighters. Evolved striking and motion systems bring UFC stars to life in the octagon, while the new game modes introduce immersive storytelling that makes every fight feel personal. Square up and fight your fight. The game includes optional in-game purchases of virtual currency that can be used to acquire virtual in-game items. All right, so I've done this before and I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna point this out to you guys. This is a giant red fucking flag. It's been a while since the last UFC. It's been a couple years, I think. They finally are making a new UFC game. And what did they announce with the announcement? Did we get a trailer showing some gameplay or what's changed? No. They talked about how much it'll cost. There'll be an expansion of VIP Pass, what pre-order bonuses you got, and they even got the fucking nerve to put in the press release, hey guys, we're not going to tell you what changed in the game, but what we are going to tell you is there will be VC in the game, and you'll be able to buy things with VC in the game. I'm going to go ahead and say this game is taking the skate route. It's going to be riddled with microtransactions, battle passes, and bullshit. And I would not be surprised if this game takes a step back because this is the wrong way to announce your fucking game. Now, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't going to buy this shit anyway. I do like the UFC fighting games mainly because I be itching for a fucking fight night and it's like the closest thing to it. But I don't think I'm going to buy it just because fuck that nigga Dana White, bruh. He on some other bullshit, bruh. And I don't want to sport this fucking MAGA video game. Fucking the sport I used to love has become a fucking clan rally. I'm not buying this shit. Fuck that nigga. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. But if you are looking forward to getting to it, I'm letting you know right now, this press release is a giant red flag. All I see here is money, money, money. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Nothing about no fucking gameplay. That's disgusting. UFC is a chud ass sport, no lie. Shit is a clan rally, man. Get them niggas them robes. Mass Effect Andromeda was done dirty by a publisher. By a publisher EA actor says. Some more EA and drama. One of the lead actors behind BioWare's Mass Effect Andromeda has spoken out about the game's disappointing critical and commercial response and placed much of the blame on publisher EA. Andromeda launched back in 2017, which was almost 10 years ago. Holy smokes. And the inevitable job of continuing the Mass Effect franchise following the climactic Mass Effect 3. Gone was Commander Shepard and the beloved Normandy crew and replaced by a new customizable hero Ryder and a fresh cast of shipmates. And gone was the saga's sense of trilogy closing urgency, reset to a more smaller scale adventure designed to place building blocks for the later sequels. Although it wasn't smaller in scale in terms of gameplay because they went open world. Response to Andromeda was mixed with sky-high expectations from fans clearly not met. Reviews were also middling, not terrible, but not great, and a far cry from the original Mass Effect trilogy. Work on the game was led by satellite studio BioWare Montreal, while the company's Edmonton headquarters focused on its big online shooter hope Anthem, and much has been written about how this working setup presented its challenges. I forgot that the main Mass Effect team didn't work on this. They were working on Anthem. That's why that shit was ass. Reports have also detailed how BioWare Montreal spent a lengthy period exploring the use of procedurally generated planets until the idea was scrapped and much of Andromeda's final content was made during the last 2 years of its development cycle. Ultimately, Mass Effect fans, clamoring for more from the franchise and unaware of how much had gone on behind the scenes, judged the game on how it was released, in an unpolished state with numerous bugs that only exacerbated deeper criticism of its core content and story. I think, like many, the game got a bum rap, Tom Taylorson said, the male voice of the leading character Ryder, told the fan site We Are Mass Effect. It was done dirty by a publisher expecting too much from it, not being fully cooked, forced out the door too early, forced to use corporate shiny new engine when many of the team didn't know how to work with it, and it was not suited to the storytelling part of the game. All right, so first I thought he was going to be bitching based off the headline, but if that's true, EA forced the game out when it wasn't ready to be shown, and they also forced the artist to use an engine that they did not want to use. EA. And I'm going to be honest. I'm going to lean towards, I'm not going to call them a liar because the same thing happened with Anthem. They did not want to make Anthem. EA wanted a live service game. They tasked BioWare with doing it. BioWare said, hey, we don't know how to make a live service game. They said, we don't give a fuck. You guys are BioWare. You're going to sell. So BioWare got fucked. BioWare has gotten fucked over 3 times with Anthem, Andromeda, and let's not forget, they got fucked over with Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age. Originally, they wanted to make a hardcore RPG like they normally do. EA came in and said, no, make a live service game. Halfway through development, they said, we don't like it. You should make a hardcore RPG. So they had to scrap half the game and finagle some shit. And that's why that game feels like it's all over the place. Now, I know it's funny to just make fun of fucking BioWare, but there is context to the story, unfortunately. And this is a classic case of the billionaires are putting their hands all in people's artwork, but it's also an important tale of why you should never do a deal with the devil. Because as much as I do feel for BioWare, you did do a deal with the devil. You know what comes with that, man. We can't all be like fucking what's the name from Marvel? Little flamehead ass nigga. Here, Taylorson is referencing Andromeda's use of EA's Frostbite game development engine, which the publisher was encouraging all of its studios to utilize at the time. Yeah, Ghost Rider. This marked a change from the original trilogy, which was built using the more standard Unreal Engine toolkit, though it's worth noting that BioWare's widely praised Dragon Age Inquisition was built using Frostbite first. As for the criticism that Mass Effect released too early, it's a point fans can argue either way. Yes, much of the game's final content was built late on and felt rough upon release, but the game had been given a 5-year development cycle by EA overall, with work beginning back in 2012, compared to how long EA afforded other games, and Andromeda's development was hardly a sprint. Some of it falls on BioWare. It sounds like mismanagement, maybe. On top of that, it was released to a very toxic atmosphere online and elsewhere in the gaming space. Taylorson continued, it quickly became a punching bag of the week for online chuds for views and clicks. Yeah, I said the same thing. If you've never played Andromeda, unfortunately, like the year that game came out in 2017, that was the punching bag. He's not lying. Like they were so hyper. I feel like the reviews were so hyper focused on the face animations. And I remember even saying back then, I was like, do y'all play video games for the gameplay or for fucking face animations? What are we talking about here? And they were not the best. I'm not defending it, but I felt like there was such a hyper focus on the meme faces that it took away from like actual criticisms of what was wrong with the game. The real big issues with Andromeda was the story was pretty elementary. There were no interesting shipmates. And then the open world was pretty empty and it was buggy. You would run into like a lot of enemies in the open world that had like the T-poses and stuff like that. And I feel like those are like real criticisms. Man, that face shit can be it can be fixed later, but like who gives a fuck about that shit, bro? Fix the fucking game. The combat was fire though. But yeah, he's not wrong. Was it Anthem before Anthem? Which one came out first, Anthem or this game? I don't remember, but I do remember it got mad views, so everybody was just dunking on it and going hella overboard. In my opinion, Mass Effect Andromeda is like a 6 out of 10. But if you listen to the reviews, you would have thought it was like a 2 or a 3. The combat Andromeda was the best. It was the best in the series. It was the saving grace of the game, I think. The other stuff they needed to clean up, man. Anthem came out in 2019, so this was the Anthem of 2017. What else he say? Their love of hate sealed the deal. What saddens me is this would not be the last time I was in a project doomed by online haters picking a game for the punching bag of the week. I also worked on High Guards. This nigga's resume is crazy. Over time, though, I've seen a lot of love for the game and its characters for what it did well, and appreciation from fans whom it was their game of the moment, a game that helped them, a game that got them through a tough time. There's something to be said for a 7 out of 10 that comes to you in a time of need. Taylorson said he was disappointed, obviously, in Andromeda's reception and felt terrible for the BioWare Montreal staff whose work was panned. Ultimately, however, despite months of post-launch patches to improve the game's base content, EA decided to put the franchise on ice, ending any hope of a single-player DLC or direct sequel to Andromeda that could build on its foundations, just as Mass Effect 2 and 3 had with Mass Effect 1. It hurt most because I knew It hurt most because I knew that was it. Ryder wouldn't be coming back, Taylorson said. Others thought we had a good decade of playing with these characters in these spaces, and just like that, it was gone. Sounds like this nigga got bad luck. Yeah, but on the flip side, as long as the check clear, you got paid though, right? If anything, it sounds like low-key he was hoping that the character Ryder would lead to a long-term check. That's why he said, I thought I was gonna be playing this character for like 10 years. He probably thought he was gonna be like in 2 other games, basically. He was looking for that long-term check and he said, damn, bro, what the fuck happened, bro? I mean, we don't want Ryder back anyways. I didn't really care about Ryder though. I wasn't different about that. That character didn't really bother me. It was the other characters. Ryder was kind of like your basic protagonist, especially because you customize it. You ever read Jason Schreider's article on Andromeda's development? Nah. Yep, that was the early beginning of the modern hate culture we see today. A lot of people never even played Andromeda. They just wanted to join in on hating the game. And if you said one thing positive about it, I feel like I reviewed Andromeda the same way that I reviewed Anthem. there was like one or two things that I liked about this game, and I said everything else was undercooked, but they swore that you were like shilling or whatever, which is unfortunate, man. Like I remember like people were waiting for my review because they knew that I was a big Mass Effect fan. They were waiting to call me a corporate shill, but nope, I kept it real, and I even showed bugs and glitches, and I was like, nah, this game is not what it needs to be. Is Pragmata winning any awards this year? I don't know, we'll see. I like it though. Other news. More space news. Star Wars expansion is coming to Power Wash Simulator 2. Who wants to play Power Wash Simulator 2 on Tatooine? Shout out to Ultimate with the $10 super chat. Appreciate you. You just got engaged. Shout out to you. As someone who's only played Mass Effect 1 and 3, would I give Andromeda a shot? I would only play Andromeda if you can get it on Steam for like $5-10. Like, get it for the low, but don't pay full price for it. The gameplay is really fun. It's just everything else is undercooked. This is such a random collaboration. Where the textures at? I swear Andromeda been on sale since 2018. Andromeda is Andromeda. Random but cool. If you're into that shit. Oh, they got the Steam controller review. Matter of fact, let me save this for because I think I put the Steam controller in the other one. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Yeah, save that one. More space shit. Rumor, a Metroid movie may become a reality as two studios are battling for the rights. Follow this under, yes, this sounds plausible, but I should remain a healthy dose of skepticism, because with Nintendo now well on the way to delivering its Legend of Zelda movie after Super Mario's recent success, it sounds like Metroid might be next in line to receive an adaptation. As reported by .esports post from this person on social media, it indicates that Nintendo is actively pitching a Metroid movie with Sony and Universal in a heated race to secure the rights. It said that both studios are in favor of a live action adaptation, though this still could change. If they take the live action adaptation route, just let it be known, Nintendo, Samus gotta be bad and she gotta be thick. I'm just saying. You trying to see the Zero suit? We try to see the Zero suit in the space skates. I'm just saying. Obviously, this is all very wishy-washy at the moment, but given Nintendo's push to adapt its franchises for cinema, it's an idea we think might have legs. Meanwhile, though she recently portrayed Rosalina in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, Brie Larson has long been considered the go-to star for a potential Metroid movie. With the actor expressing interest in a lead role from multiple occasions, we don't think her commitment to Mario should stop her from stepping into Samus's shoes. But for the time being, of course, the focus will be the upcoming Zelda movie, which is scheduled to release on the 7th of May. Until I see that trailer, I don't believe it. May God bless you. Prenup is a must. Why you put negative energy on that nigga fucking wedding, bro? God damn, why y'all niggas do that shit? Just say congratulations. Just say fucking. I know it doesn't seem like it's that deep, but this man came in the chat and said, hey, I got engaged and he's happy. Just say congratulations, bro. Get a fucking prenup. You red pill niggas are fucking annoying, man. You put, whether you realize it or not, you put negative energy on his shit, dog. Get off his dick. I'll just say, remember, bro, it's just your turn. Oh my Lord. Mute that, man. You don't gotta do that, bro. You don't gotta do that. Just say congrats and keep it moving. Yeah, like, damn, can't just be happy for niggas, man. Jesus Christ. Last Flag, the third-person shooter from Imagine Dragons singer, goes free every weekend for now, and I'm here to let you know. Why don't you just go fucking free to play? Last Flag, the multiplayer PvP game from Imagine Dragons singer Dan Reynolds and the developer Night Street Games, will host free weekends every weekend for the foreseeable future. The players can try the demo version of Last Flag each Friday through Monday until the game's summer patch arrives, though we don't know when that'll be. Gotta protect the PS4. Yo, chill. Podcast is really destroying motherfuckers' mental health. What is this? The demo version of Last Flag is the full game, and players will match up against other demo and non-demo players on Steam and the Epic Store. The demo version contains all 9 characters in the game's 2 maps, Copper Falls and Snowfield. Players on the demo version can level up and earn free cosmetics. All progression and rewards from the demo version of Last Flag will stay with your account should you decide to buy the game for $15 outright. Let's look at this launch trailer. I forgot this game came out.
Coming to you live and in dino color, it's Last Flag.
Wacky, quirky, cool characters. Imagine Dragons making games now? Well, apparently. He said, y'all blue pill ninjas are annoying. We caught the fresh and fit nigga in the chat. You told on yourself because you could have just said my bad. Instead, he said, you blue pill niggas are annoying. Crazy bastards getting married in a country that's against traditional families need God's blessing. You don't get no bitches, and you can't type in the chat no more, nigga. Go to hell. I don't hear that shit. That shit is not welcome in this fucking chat. Get your bitch ass on, lame ass nigga. Desert dick alert. Now I'm finna hit the fucking button on your bitch ass, bro. As soon as I find it, bro. I can't even remember my fucking button.
Oh, hell no, don't do that. Ah, shit.
Welcome to Band World.
This ain't it, chief. That's what I would've told you.
You don't like what the fuck I'm saying? Then fuck you.
No, G, that's why one of the reasons why I don't be telling people too much about my personal life. I be telling like little jokes and shit like that. Yeah, click that as an example. I was like, I can read it. It's a joke. Niggas telling themselves why when you type that shit, bruh. You gotta read between the lines. The motherfuckers, that's why earlier I was like, if I know it may not seem like it, but it is that deep. The way he responded to it, it is that fucking deep. Caught you, nigga. I was like, yo, just say congratulations, even if that's genuinely how you feel, say congratulations. That's one of the reasons why I really don't be fucking telling my personal life too much on the fucking internet, because people will put negative energy on your life, and they might fucking plant a seed, because this nigga, that dead ass might be happy with his girl and shit, but he might have planted a seed of doubt in that man's head when there was nothing wrong with the fucking relationship, bruh. That's why you gotta be careful about who you watch. Just shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Just cause your mother and your father failed. We don't wanna hear that shit, bruh. Go to therapy. We too old for that shit, bruh.
When I say bum, when I say bum, when I say bum, when I say bum, when I say
whatever happened to your parents don't got nothing to do with you, bruh. Figure it out. He said, bro, we caught you. Motherfuckers swear they make it is that deep. Caught you. Clip it. Someone clip all this shit. They is lame as hell, man. And someone who took a blinker and I thought I was tripping here. You thought another tab was open. This nigga didn't know him from a can of paint, but Kristen's relationship was weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. Just get back. Let's just get back to saying congratulations, man. Leave it at that. God damn, dude. Said the headband below. I guess, man. Yeah, you blue pill niggas, man. You niggas gonna be on your fucking deathbed alone. Desert dick as hell. No fucking family, no kids, no seed, no nothing. You got no legacy, bruh. Niggas be talking about, oh, I gotta get a fucking prenup to protect my legacy. What that nigga in the chat say? I gotta protect the PS4 is your fucking legacy, bruh. The PS4. My voice changes on? Oh, shit.
My bad. Is it still on? The PS4 is your fucking legacy. We don't want half of your fucking PS4. Be fucking quiet. God damn, niggas is losers, man. Right there, no legacy. No fucking legacy. I still got a little pre-workout in my system. I'm just not going for that, bro. I'm not going. You're not finna shit on a nigga because he happy. God damn, bro. Shit on you PS4 niggas. Bro, when you watch that shit, you gonna die back. Somebody clip that. That's fucking funny. I didn't know. Let me see that shit. My bad. I didn't know it was on. I fat fingered that.
Blinker and I thought I was tripping in. You thought another tab was over. Nah. From a can of paint, but Kristen's relationship is weird. It's weird, man. It's weird. Let's just get back.
That's fucking funny. Y'all didn't even hear my rant. Hey, you know what? Maybe it was good that because I sent that nigga to hell and back, bro. Maybe it was good y'all didn't hear my fucking rant. That's fucking funny, bro. I thought it was the sound. It was the soundboard. I didn't know it was on, bro. I can't hear that when it turns on. I must have
fat fingered. Like it's on right now.
But then I just turned it off. I probably fat fingered this shit. Nah, we heard it, but I was dying. Well, I'm glad y'all got a laugh out that shit, bro. Just be happy for motherfuckers. Like, god damn, bro. I don't know. Maybe because I'm getting older. I just could never I don't care if, because I don't know this nigga in the chat on a personal level. I don't care if you my mans or I don't know you in real life. It just never crosses my mind to shit on somebody when they hit an accolade. I don't care if you got like a college degree, you getting married. Like, shut up. Why are you so negative? Nigga, goddamn. Be negative. Where's the negativity for the corporations, man? Like, that's the shit I be talking about. Niggas be fucking ready to die for fucking Sony. But be ready to spit on somebody because they happy. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, what was I about to say? Just real fatherless shit. Back to this game, though. Yeah, I don't understand why they're doing free weekends every weekend. Just make the game free to play. What the fuck did you link? Hold on, let me see. What is this shit? Last Flag. I'm about to Steam D it. Did I sign up for the NBA The Run play test? I don't need to sign up for it. Let me see. I'm about to flex on you niggas real quick. I don't need to sign up for it. Shout out to CB Film with the super chat. Appreciate it. Every time you go in on someone, you should put the voice changer on. Let me look at this shit. Oh my god, holy shit. 78 people are in game. Just make it free to play, man. It has that free to play aesthetic to it. If anybody from the dev team, Imagine Dragons, you see this shit, please just make it free to play. That's gonna be your last bastion. Because this game came out, I didn't even know it came out. You're charging $15. Yeah, this has less than High Guard. Make it free to play and run some ads or some shit like that. You got to buy this. I'm not buying that shit. That's a Discord server. It's really not, because my Discord server got more than that. And then what you link with this Invincible shit? The launch trailer.
I'm a voice actor.
Just fucking die! Just fucking die!
I'm a voice actor.
You guys are fucking dead! You guys are fucking dead!
I'm a voice actor.
Fuck.
Is this what you wanted? Still having fun?
Is this what you wanted? Still having fun?
I'm a voice actor. Yeah, it kind of sucks that so many versions of me end up being evil. Oh, don't beat yourself up over it.
At least he's having fun.
It kind of sucks that so many.
That's what you're supposed to do. A lot of people don't know voice acting is acting, but you'll never know it unless you get the behind the scenes. But like the voice actors get into like full blown character. Like you have to get physical. That's what sells the character.
Being evil. Oh, don't beat yourself up over.
That's also why you're seeing a lot of new AAA games. They're now putting the actors in the suits that track their movement and stuff, and they're letting them just act it out and scanning their face in like Deborah Wilson.
Leave that to me.
I'm a voice actor.
This is my home, and I won't let you destroy it. This is my home, and I won't.
Yeah, the mocap.
It might be tough, but I'm
Invincible. We on that, bruh. We on that in 3 days. I'm excited. I'm curious to see how the community responds to this game when you have to pay for it and it's full price. I'm curious to see if it's gonna have a healthy fan base. What'd you link? James Gunn says the Authority film isn't happening anytime soon. It didn't work in terms of the larger DCU, both in terms of the story and practical concerns. Maybe someday. I ain't gonna hold you, champ. I don't even know who the Authority is, man. this has got to be some C tier DC content because I have no